My name is Katlyn Gerlach. Leading up to getting pregnant, I had a friend who had chosen My Family Birth Center for her experience, and so she had great things to say. And actually just about 2 months after she gave birth here, I found out I was pregnant. And so it was already fresh in my mind, and this was actually the only place that I even considered. And the reason for that is beyond just my friend's experience. Like, I generally am like a more holistically minded individual from like a health and wellness perspective. And so a lot of the things that I was hearing about the opportunities at a birth center were in alignment with kind of like my goals from a wellness perspective. And then my experience throughout was just nothing short of phenomenal. Every single visit, I felt like I was valued, I was cared for. They were asking all of the right questions of me, which again, I had heard from the hospital experience is different, right? They were asking me about my diet and kind of mentally how I was doing and spending that intentional time with me. Touching on some spirituality, even the fact that my friend had so recently gone through that, it was fresh in my mind, right? That this wasn't even an option. To find out 2 months later that I was pregnant, it was like God's timing, that He was almost putting that in front of me to say, this is where you need to go from the start. So yeah, it was an amazing experience leading up to it. I would specifically call out Anastasia. She was one of the attending midwives who ended up being at my birth, but her and I really connected through all of our kind of prenatal appointments that I would have. My waters started breaking on a Monday, so I was really concerned going into Tuesday night. And again, a spirituality piece to my story. Anastasia texted me Tuesday night. I had not heard from her for weeks because she was in her postpartum period. She texted me because she had heard that I was in labor, or I was going into labor, and she very much felt like she was called to be a part of my birth story. And so that gave me so much peace of mind. Like, in that moment of I felt so concerned, Anastasia texting me and reaching out was like, whoa, like God's in control. His timing is right. 11:45, I woke up. We had a doula who came to the house. Apparently my husband and I weren't monitoring contractions very well, because when the doula showed up, she calmly said, your contractions are 2 minutes apart. We should probably get to the birth center. And Sophie was born at 2:38. But they were able to get the water prepared for me. I was able to do the water birth that I had planned, which was so phenomenal. Definitely helped with any sort of pain management. And I think the greatest part of the story is that Anastasia helped deliver Sophie while wearing her own baby. I think if I can summarize the experience with My Family Birth Center, it's so personal. You feel like every single appointment and interaction you have with the midwives, it's between you and them, and they are spending that time with you no matter what.